into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. On the move, it's Royer. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Raging Cajun. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. And down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Give to the back. Rolls ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. 22 out of the gun, the give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The RPO, it's complete. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive.
Let's go! Let's go! Yep. Cooler 18! Cooler 18!
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down. They might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
You know, you go for it on 4th and inches in this fringe area of the field in your opponent's territory. I'd be curious to see if on the next play now, they're going to try to take a shot and see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Got
This receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The screen, and watch out. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Live trumpet, bacon.
The handoff to Johnson. Down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they need 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Bearcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it from the gun. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down.
Big guy tries to make it. Catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
This coaching staff is trying to identify playmakers on offense really this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. He's got him. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Firing to the right, complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The give to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards.
Snags it. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Louisiana.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it on the left. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
That is a jolt of energy for the offense to get out of trouble in field position, and now all kinds of room to work. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Johnson. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Reads it, fires complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him the first down. And the Bearcats are rolling down the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Under fire. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bearcats.
I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in when they're down really quickly. They forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves. And we're an extra point away from being a tie football game.
And they tacked on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Louisiana has it back in the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play, create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with second and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dropping back, it's Dyer. Here's the pressure. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Raging Cajuns have it with a first and 10. The run from the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on second down. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, complete pass.
The deep thinking brings some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a connection. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single.
Turning it on! He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Raging Cajuns pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Gonna look downfield again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window if the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Over the middle, it's right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass, it's Dyer. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover zero, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Might be calling a hot route. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
To the air on second down. Hauls it in. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone and executed that perfectly.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Looking to throw on third. Rushes on him. Got the first down. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And man, that's impressive because I feel like this QB, he knew it, Reese. Like he knew exactly where he needed to get to. He drops back. He wants to pass the football, but he's like, I got plenty of space to get the first down with a little extra, makes that decision and gets the first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Making side adjustments here. throw on first down. He's got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Bearcats in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Raging Cajuns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made in the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit. You know?
Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I love the change in decision making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on first and 10. Quick completion to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Might be changing the route. Gonna swing it on second down. Under fire. With the catch, it's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your play.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! And that one will give them the lead.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job on the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
And the extra point splits the upright. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking for a gap. It's Royer. At the 35, he's open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Might as well give it to him again. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
This guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Fires one high and deep. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cajuns. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Behind the line, it's Jackson. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The Bearcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Now adjusting. He throws into the middle of the field. Got his man downfield. They'll get it to the 48. They'll need to measure it to first down.
How about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big zone. They stop him at the 42, and they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now of being able to just have some moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in his zone.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Here we go, here we go.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
Here we go.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On 4th down, going to the air. Finds the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Let's go. Let's go.
Looking to fire. Quarterback moving. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On the snap, it's Johnson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Let's go. Let's go.
Back to pass. Looking for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Let's it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
They'll keep the kicker on the sideline, and the offense will try to get it done with a touchdown in the 4th quarter on 4th and goal. Wants to go up top. Looking to buy time. Touchdown, Bearcats! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
That is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down, down near the goal line. Everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great run. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. Raging Cajuns want to move quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big... And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Back to throw. It's Dyer. The sweet feet buy a little time. There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Coates.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive game for my offense.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Extra point here will tie the game.
His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Line getting set on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got the first down and more. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Bearcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The give on the option. Shakes off the defender.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Looking to scramble. First down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easy.
Hey, I gotta be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Bearcats! And with that, they move out front for the 4th.
That is how you end a football game. Closing seconds, great execution. Take the lead. This game is almost over.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Grove. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Makes a man miss. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're...
Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Dirt Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, Dana Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will put it away to start the game. Coming out with it, it's Lucas. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. From the gun, the running back has it. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Noles moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Pierre Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag. He's just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Robinson. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They put the first points on the board.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating...
Intercepting the defensive center. Got to run.
Sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're making a game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. They're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Caught in the backfield. It's Clyde. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking for room. It's Haynes. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go. And as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Now the play fake. He's going for it all. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Got him downfield. Quick step and go. And he'll ball it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field. It's going to get ugly. In fact,
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown up over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a first down here to open the period. Tight end now in motion. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they've got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
On fourth down, looking to pass. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he just pumped that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done. And it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's reeled in. It's McCulley. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Great place to start for this offense. The give to the lone running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Second down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's Tate. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time. And he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays.
Touchdown, Buckeye! Fit it in the window for the score. What a grab and what a quick strike from that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Why not double the try total and go for two? Back to throw. It's Sayin. Snagged out of the air. He's not going to get it in. The two-point conversion attempt is no good, and the lead remains at 6. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
And these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit
Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
I love the execution on that. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Bringing it back. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top. Starting the drive down 7-6. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass play.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you can pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Caught near the sticks. It's Jackson. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. It's Smith. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. It's Sayin. players left. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And this will be caught as they convert the two. A very efficient time-away scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your run.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Grab in the backfield. It's White. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Pittman. Turning it on. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. They're caught in the backfield. It's Robinson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Hey guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Dances away. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play in a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that man downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Uncorks one to the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Sayin. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. At the 20. Touchdown Seminoles. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football. Not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
Fires to the middle. It's complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You can see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got to do, feed him, and they are.
No doubt. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him first.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and then bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. To the air, it's Sayed. Big guy smells it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Big fella moving. The pass play they hoped would spread the defense out, create a one-on-one opportunity, but they were equal to the challenge.
Yeah, and that's a play the receiver would love to have back. And look for a second like he might be able to break that tackle and score a touchdown. Just wasn't able to get it done.
Going for 6. Hey, gone, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? That's caught. It's Thomas. And he goes out of bounds after Pocket breaking down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Hang on, Smokey. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, you keep that passing game up, you can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive. It starts at the 16-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Looking downfield, it's Saying. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, running back gets to give. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lost the fire on second down. Goes for the end zone. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. Pressure coming. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Slips through the line. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. close moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so we can win this game.
The Buckeyes in the hurry up.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this quarterback's been in nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at first and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
Trying to barrel in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Scanning the field, it's Sayet. And that one's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
They'll leave it with it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Fires to the tight end. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan, limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question with it.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Seminoles have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The horseshoe is rocking, going to help their defense on 3rd down. Through the air, it's Castellanos. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Direct snap. It's Williams. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here laid down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
On the direct snap, it's Williams. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
They've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started and come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Connection to the right. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, and make him feel uncomfortable.
Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and that's just on to the next down.
This one's complete. Out and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. They march to the red zone, and here they go. On target. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To throw, it's Sayed. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And it's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. You've got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on
like it. Take the shot, throw it to the end zone, try to make a play, give your receiver a chance to make it. You know, you got to make plays. You're trailing late in the fourth quarter.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. Man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the North Texas Mean Green, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. On the move from inside his spot. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The give to the back. Brings it to the end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there after the 35. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Right back to the well. Running to Green. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Rides the back and leaves it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's got space. He turns this into a nice gain to get down to avoid the hit. The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. On the ground, it's Archer. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Dances away to buy time.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country. When he runs one in, they're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He leaves it with his back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Got a man, it's Young. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. The mean green after that last run. Why not go back to the well? Off play action on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Pulls and fires complete. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sends him out at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try it over the left side. Turning it off. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Oh, they're after him. Pulls it in. It's Ocho. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see the quarterback make.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get lucky. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Outside the pocket. Let's go. A strike downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. North Texas really has it going on offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets home and makes it play at the 37-yard line.
Well, the quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time. It makes you wonder, as a play caller against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Looking down the middle. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But snapping the football, everybody being on time, man. This crowd really affecting the football game.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They go to the draw. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushing way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their ones.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. Quick strike through the air for the score. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. Throws to the back. Finds his man. It's Davis. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very...
For the big play. Snags it inside the 20. That's a touchdown, saving tackle after 17.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense...
Nice catching, good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is mascot that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? You're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's going to run it. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Shoots it to the left. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to let one fly down the middle. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try to at least get in the field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they took a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. On the move, he fires. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And the Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Coleman. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Behind his tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a short and heavy tackle on the tight end. North Texas can dig into that playbook on second and short. Leaves it with the running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quickly complete.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined, run to the right route, and they're throwing that ball to the outside. Because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that can happen is to miss inside, and then the quarterback can go in the other direction.
just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. That'll move the chains. It'll be a first down for North Texas.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd and 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Using his feet to buy time. Fires to the right. The short hand. It's Hawkins. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, North Texas. They take the lead with the 6.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin now. Oh, he's got the swing. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Give to the running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Using his legs to buy some time. Gets rid of it. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
And he made the extra point without problem. Coming out with it, it's Coleman. Makes a move. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from bouncing it. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Quarterback extends the play. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. It puts so much pressure on a defense when a quarterback can get out of the pocket like that and has a chance and is willing to take a chance to try to make a big play downfield.
And that's why defensive ends have to keep contained. You got to keep that rabbit in the cage, right? You can't let him outside the cage. let him start rolling, because now it opens up my defense for big-time plays. They didn't get stung by it this time. The quarterback didn't find it in the open, couldn't make a completion. But you got to keep that guy in the back.
As they get set to snap in time, winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy part. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option. The give. Got some running into the goal line. Touchdown, Seminole. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Things did not go on the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Complete to the left. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. Right down the middle. He's got it. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. North Texas started this drive in the shadow of its own end zone, but now they've moved out, got a little something cooking. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got strike zone, you can get flagged for targeting, you get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel it. But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with me.
They get him up, rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And the defense is giving up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
It's a 1-score game lead, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to to stop this drive.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback,